First of all, welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by. When time permits, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Welcome to my review of the, HJC RPHA 70 ST touring helmet. Whew. Took a bit to get that one out. This is actually like my third take. This helmet is the one I purchased when I purchased my Yamaha FZ1. The reason being, I was wearing helmets exclusively with peaks at the time, and honestly, wasn't gonna look that great. So I picked up this helmet to wear. And the only way to describe it is it's a love-hate relationship I can't quit. More on that at the end of the video, but let's go take a look at that helmet, which we shall not name again because it's simply too long. And here we have the aforementioned HJC touring helmet. I chose this helmet primarily for the price. I wanted a premium helmet. I wasn't looking for a bare bones helmet, which would cause me to make compromises with weight and with sound quality. Sound quality being how well I can hear my music inside of my helmet. This helmet was extremely well reviewed, primarily for being an extremely quiet helmet. Even when looking at the $700 helmets, reviews that compared the two of them would make this at least tied, and in many cases better than the more expensive Japanese helmets. And I really wanted that. I wanted a helmet where on the highway, on a bike with not very big screens, I wasn't going to be listening to the highway noise. I wasn't going to be listening to too much wind inside of my helmet. And the reviews, in my opinion, were spot on. This is a strange helmet in that it does what noisy helmets do, in that it has amazing ventilation. I have ridden many hours in Florida near 100 degrees, if not over 100 degrees. And this helmet, you pop this open, you open up the vents, more vents in the bottom here. It breathes so well. Amazing. Better than any helmet I've ever tried. However, it's quiet while doing that. You will feel the breeze on the front of your face. You will feel the breeze over your head. You'll feel the breeze coming down the back of your neck from these, but you don't hear it. You only feel it. And that is amazing. I've never had another helmet that was both well ventilated and quiet. This one most certainly is. Another key selling feature for this, and mentioned in all of the reviews, is this is 3.39 pounds. Now this does not make it an ultralight carbon helmet, though they do claim that there is something of a fiberglass and other material composite, and it is pretty light. It's not, however, super light. You may notice that if you spend $700 on a carbon helmet or more, there's a noticeable difference in them. But I would argue that that noticeable difference is while you're sitting inside of the shop picking a helmet. And once you place this helmet on your head, you're going to consider it a light helmet. And once you ride with it for a few hours, if you had a normal helmet, a non-premium one previously, you're going to be going, wow, this really is a light helmet. I don't think the less than half a pound difference, or probably more like a quarter of a pound difference, that $200, $250 would get you is significant enough. Now, this next feature is probably not important to everybody, but I really like a helmet that has a drop-down visor. I don't wear sunglasses. I don't even own sunglasses, and I frequently am driving into the sun, unfortunately. So having this right here, I consider it an incredibly beneficial feature. And this does add weight. I mean, 3.39 pounds. If it didn't have that feature that I really like, it'd probably be a bit lighter. Now, it does have the less than ideal mechanism here. However, this is a good mechanism. I can just barely operate it in my gloves. This doesn't shift, it doesn't fall, it doesn't feel cheap like other helmets do. So while it does have it down here to be streamlined, they're not going to put it up here and ruin the beautiful lines of this helmet. Works great, no problems whatsoever. Another one of the features about this helmet is it is supremely comfortable. Now I have what they call a semi-round head, so keep that in mind. If you're a more round-headed individual, none of this will apply. However, if you have, I think it's called the intermediate oval, this helmet fits tightly, securely, and unbelievably comfortably. One of my main complaints with helmets is that I get one of two things happen. Either I get pressure along the front of my head, or my ears feel like they're boxed in too tight. With this helmet, I was able to slide in my Cardo speakers and I don't feel them. I mean, it's like they're not even there. And that's the only helmet I've owned that's given me that level of comfort. All right, that was the last good thing. Now let's get on to the problem. This right here is, in my opinion, a latch designed to make me angry. Did you see how hard that was? This is the effort I put to closing a helmet. That does nothing. You need to really work it. And the problem that creates is, you might be able to see it here, when I open this helmet, it requires a lot of effort. When I close it, a lot of effort. This is my second screen. I had cracks coming up here, here, and here on my previous screen, and it eventually got to the point where I was expecting a failure, and I purchased this one. Now after 2 years, I am starting to get micro cracks again. Well, there you have it. In my opinion, this helmet is an amazing piece of engineering. The cost, the weight, the ventilation, the absolute comfort when wearing it. Everything about this helmet, if you take care of it, makes it ideal. It is an absolutely ideal helmet to wear. Obviously, the problems with the helmet, the breaking of the shield, that's totally on me. Many people own this helmet. I couldn't even find anyone mentioning this crack being a significant problem. I think that it is entirely me not paying attention. I'm doing something wrong and I'm big enough to admit it. I don't believe the cracks on my shield are an indication of an absolute failure you would experience. I believe that if you were to be careful, like most people, unlike me, you'll really enjoy this helmet. It will serve you well. Can't recommend it enough. I don't know if I would buy another one because I know that I'm not going to learn my lesson and I'm not going to take care of it. I'll probably buy something new within a year. However, you're probably more careful than I am. All right, if you stuck around, I sincerely appreciate it, and take care.